Our planet is far from static. What feels solid beneath our feet is, over millions of years, in constant motion. Africa, the second largest continent and cradle of humanity, is in the midst of a slow, inevitable split. Deep beneath the surface, immense forces are stretching Africa apart, at a pace as slow as your fingernails grow. Over time, a long sliver of eastern Africa, including Somalia, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania, will break away, and the Indian Ocean will flood in, creating a new sea. Unlike the ancient formation of the Atlantic, we can now watch this process unfold in real time, using satellites and seismic sensors. We can measure the widening cracks, map rising magma, and witness the colossal forces at play. This is the blueprint for how our planet reinvents itself. So let's journey into the heart of this transformation. We'll explore the engine driving Africa's split, trace the immense scar across the landscape, and imagine the world millions of years from now. This is a story of destruction and creation, of immense power and patience. It's the story of Africa's Great Rift, a reminder that the ground beneath us is not as permanent as we think. The birth of a new ocean is underway. Let's see how it happens. The story begins deep within the Earth. To understand Africa's split, we must look beneath the surface. Earth's outer shell is a mosaic of tectonic plates floating atop the hot, fluid asthenosphere. These plates move, driven by heat from the core and convection currents in the mantle. The African plate is fracturing into two, the Nubian Plate to the west and the Somali Plate to the east. The boundary between them is where the action happens. This is rifting. Beneath the East African rift, a massive mantle plume pushes up, bulging and weakening the crust. This hot upwelling, combined with the plates pulling apart, stretches the crust to its breaking point. As the crust thins, magma rises, sometimes erupting as volcanoes, but often wedging the rift wider from below. This 1-2 punch of tectonic pulling and magmatic pushing is tearing Africa asunder. It's a relentless process, powered by the planet's inner fire. The stage is set for a continent to break. Let's follow the scar it leaves on the land. The story continues on the surface. The East African Rift System is the visible scar of Africa's breakup. It's not a single crack, but a network of valleys, faults, volcanoes, and basins stretching over 3,000 kilometers. The rift begins in the Afar Triangle, a triple junction where three tectonic plates pull away from each other. From there, it slices south through Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Mozambique. In Ethiopia, it forms a wide depression. In Kenya, it splits into two branches, creating a plateau home to Lake Victoria. The Western Rift holds some of the world's deepest lakes like Tanganyika and Kivu, and mountain ranges like the Rwenzori. The Eastern Rift is more volcanically active, with giants like Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya. These features are direct results of magma forcing its way up through thinning crust. The steep escarpments and deep valleys mark where the land is being pulled apart. This landscape is the front line of continental separation. Here we witness the first stages of a new ocean's birth. The rift is a living laboratory of planetary change, but how fast is this transformation happening? Africa's split is slow, about 6 to 7 millimeters per year, less than an inch. It would take a lifetime for the rift to widen by half a meter. Yet sometimes the process accelerates dramatically. In 2005, Ethiopia's Afar region saw a 60-kilometer fissure open in just 10 days as magma forced the land apart. This event compressed centuries of movement into days, showing rifting is both gradual and punctuated by bursts. Complete separation is millions of years away. Geologists estimate 5 to 10 million years before a new ocean forms. Eventually, the rift will sink low enough for the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden to flood in, creating a new seaway. The Horn of Africa will become a vast island, divided by a nascent ocean. The process is slow, but the outcome is inevitable. What will this new world look like? In 5 to 10 million years, Africa's map will be transformed, the Somali Plate will drift away, forming a new continental island in the Indian Ocean. A new ocean, already nicknamed the African Ocean, will separate it from the main continent. This new body of water will connect the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden to the Indian Ocean, creating a fresh maritime corridor. Isolated land masses drive evolution. New species will emerge on the Somali island, while the ocean itself becomes a cradle for marine life. The new ocean will reshape climate, water resources, and agriculture, altering rainfall and river patterns. New coastlines will bring opportunities and challenges, fishing, ports, erosion, and storms. Nations will be redefined, Ethiopia could gain a coastline, and new shipping routes may transform global trade. The changes will be monumental, demanding adaptation and offering new opportunities. The planet's face will be forever changed, but the evidence of this transformation is already visible. The signs of Africa's split are etched into the landscape today. Towering escarpments mark the rift's edges, cliffs where the crust has dropped as the land is pulled apart. The valley floor is a patchwork of geological activity, with deep basins forming the famous Rift Valley lakes. Lakes like Turkana, Natron, and Malawi are long, narrow, and deep, shaped by fault lines and volcanic activity. Some, like Lake Natron, are highly alkaline, supporting unique life forms adapted to extreme conditions. Volcanic activity is everywhere. Kilimanjaro stands dormant, while Old Doinyo Lengai erupts rare black nitrocarbonatite lava. Cracks and fissures appear regularly. In 2018, a massive crack split a highway in Kenya, forcing evacuations. These dramatic events are proof the ground is in motion. The rift's scars are reminders of the relentless forces at work. Africa's landscape is being rewritten before our eyes. But for scientists, this is more than a spectacle, it's a unique opportunity. Let's see why. For geologists, the East African Rift is a natural laboratory. Most divergent plate boundaries are hidden beneath the sea, but here, the process is exposed on land. Scientists can walk the faults, sample rocks, and measure crustal stretching with precision. This allows us to answer fundamental questions. How does a continent break apart? What triggers eruptions and fissures? Modern tools, GPS, satellites, seismometers, track every subtle movement, giving us an unprecedented view of the rift's evolution. This research isn't just academic, it helps assess hazards, develop early warning systems, and locate water resources. Geothermal energy, powered by the rift's heat, offers a sustainable power source for millions. Studying the rift is about understanding the past, preparing for the future, and improving life today. The rift is a planetary-scale experiment in progress. But what about the people living on this shifting ground? Their story is just as remarkable. Let's explore the human element. The Great Rift Valley is home to tens of millions and has shaped human evolution for millennia. Today, people farm, build, and live atop some of the world's most dynamic geology. Earthquakes, fissures, and volcanic eruptions are real hazards. Cracks can split highways, and gases from lakes can be deadly. Yet the rift also brings opportunity. Volcanic soils are fertile, supporting agriculture. Dramatic landscapes attract tourists, and geothermal energy powers development. Kenya leads in harnessing geothermal power, turning the rift's heat into clean electricity. As the rift widens, infrastructure must adapt. Roads, cities, and pipelines need to withstand ground movement. Urban planning must account for fault lines and volcanic risks. By embracing their unique environment, East African nations can turn geological challenges into advantages. Investing in geothermal energy, tourism, and resilient infrastructure will build a future powered by the very forces reshaping their world. The rift is both a challenge and an opportunity, and its story is far from over. Africa's Great Split is a lesson in planetary change. Continents are travelers, not fixtures. The birth of a new ocean is just the latest chapter in Earth's ongoing story. The forces at play are immense and unstoppable, shaping the world for millions of years to come. A new ocean will alter global climate, ocean currents, and trade routes, redrawing the map of the future. For science, the rift is a living textbook revealing the secrets of planetary evolution. For Africa, it's both a challenge and a source of wealth. Fertile soils, tourism, and vast geothermal energy. The immediate future demands careful management of risks and innovative planning. But in the long term, the rift offers the promise of prosperity and sustainability. We are privileged witnesses to this transformation, able to see and understand a continent breaking apart. The story of Africa's split is a reminder of our place on a dynamic, evolving planet. It's a story written in stone, magma, and water, a story of endings and new beginnings. The next chapter is still being written.